Hello and welcome to your next video in your introduction to bash programming. Now we're going to be going over how to modify contents of files. This is fairly simple if you want to use a simple editor, and fairly complicated if you want to use a powerful editor. Let's go over the simple editor first. First of all, let's see what files we've got. We have test.txt because if you remember from the previous video, we are in bash tests folder, so we have test.txt. We can display the contents of test.txt by using a command called cat test.txt. This will display nothing because the file is empty. And then we can write text into test.txt. By doing this. What this does is that it will open test.txt, and then any text that I type in the console, it will be written to test.txt. And here we go. Now it's asking me to write things. So, hello, this is a test input line. You can write many lines. And we exit by writing an EOF, end of file flag, which is Control-C. So we type enter, Control-C, we exit. And now we can once again cat test.txt to display the contents. And here we go. This is the contents of test.txt. Let's try to write some more text into test.txt. And then Control-C, and let's display the contents again. Alas, our content has disappeared. So indeed, if we use one greater than sign, this will overwrite or truncate, it's a technical term, this file, and overwrite it with whatever content we write in the console. However, if we write two greater than signs, this will append to the end of the file. Now it's asking for more text. Control-C, and we display the contents. And there we go. So we've appended some content. This is quite important because imagine you're adding information to a passwords file or something like that. If you forget one of the greater than signs, you could end up deleting all of the passwords that are already written in that file. So it's not recommended by me to use cat to add text. Actually, I only recommend using cat to display text. If you're wanting to add text, I recommend using a different editor. And this editor I will show you right now, but I would recommend you go to my editor series, which talks about this editor in depth, if you want to learn more about this editor, because it's fairly complicated. And the editor I would recommend is Vim. Vim stands for Vi Improved, and Vi, I don't know what it stands for, but it's essentially a really powerful editor. And once again, Vim, and then the file name. And this is the file that's open. File name is here at the bottom. Then we have the number of lines and the number of characters. We can move around this with the keyboard. And we can add text at the end. In order to add text in Vim, you need to go into what's called the insert mode, which you do by pressing I, and then you can add. And then you can exit insert mode by pressing escape, and you can write by pressing :W, Q will quit. It's not very complicated, but it's fairly complicated editor, and I recommend, once again, you go to that series on Vim that is under my channel. It'll be linked somewhere in this video or at the bottom, and you can take a look at that if you're so interested. So that is how we can add and check the contents of a file. Fairly interesting, and indeed, here we see that the last modified time for our file is 1920. The current time is 1921, so essentially right now, when we have just finished adding the text with Vim. I hope this was interesting to you. If you managed to understand and wish to move on, please go into the next video. If not, you can always re-watch this video and the prior videos in the series. If you're interested in Vim, please go to that series that will be linked in the description box below. And if not, I'll see you in the next video.